Word of advice for Smiters: never listen to the actual opening song for this game. It's pretty bad. Oh boy. I always skip past it because I hate cutscenes which are pointless, but this time I sort of clicked on the game, went to browse Reddit quickly, and heard the opening, and wow, it's so bad. It doesn't help that the person, I'm sure that they're a very good singer, but the key that they're singing in just doesn't suit them at all. It's, oh, you should, fuck it, go look it up. It's like Cinderella phenomenon, like, trailer. The song's there, it's not great. Anyway, I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Your dress store is lovely today, as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I'm too amused to offer any sort of assistance. I mean, this is literal cover being blown. You desperately need to offer assistance here. Just say, oh yeah, sorry, she has a disease of the throat, okay? It just comes by every now and again, and you just can't help it, you know? What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced and his eyes open, glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. I mean, surely that's the best one, right? There is no way that teasing Karma over this is ever a good idea. I think we had better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have explaining to do if we just sit here. Is there nothing I can do to help you two? No, obviously not. I'm sorry. He does not look amused. Why? I'm only trying to get us out of here faster. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much. Is this why she chooses? I don't think it's ever been a thing of hers to not talk that much, has it? She talks normally. She just deflects topics which she doesn't particularly enjoy. Whatever, yeah, I guess, again, she is broke because she makes all these useless potions. You talk too much. Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it is already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Davette. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. Oh, the romance! You and Rumpel really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. That was that. Oh, wow. She just goes, ha! And then buggers off. I'm glad we had that. I'm glad I can make you laugh. I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma is practicing with Jurian and Garland. I leave my room to go down to the reception room. Did you do this every fucking night anyway? Like, of course he's going to be there. Delora and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now, since they know I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. Who the fuck is going to come into a tavern at like 3 AM? Just stick a sign on the front that says closed. I was already told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. Oh, there you go. She's not actually reading, she's just sleeping with a book open. I noticed that she's closed the book and I can now read the cover. Smut for fairies! She's reading Cinderella. Oh, not smut for fairies, that's a shame. That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you are reading one. The curses are based off of these fairy tales after all. But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale, it's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good, like her. Okay. I do understand what they're trying to get at, but they are definitely stretching. Like, that could be said for a lot of people. That could be said you need to be good like Snow White. You need to be good like Sleeping Beauty. You need to be good like the Beauty from Beauty and the Beast. I haven't seen that film, that might not be true. You need to be good like Simba. It's not a fairy tale, is it? It's like, hang on a minute. Disney films and fairy tales are not the same thing. I do not think... Wait, is Simba the Lion King? Details, dig. You guys pretend I never said anything. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Well, I mean, yes and no. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. Hey, you have companionship, you have... companionship? You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. Oh my god. Alright, apparently that's good enough for Parfait. She's like, yeah, companionship. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we'll like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the March-In is family. Family? You are saying that everyone at the March-In is like family. Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us, so like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I've ever spoken to my own family. I mean, are you just silent every meal? You must eat 3 times together, surely. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak to was Fritz. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. I love how she basically just brushed that off. The only person I could speak to was Fritz. Mate, are you going to the fucking forest or not? She's a fairy, so she can't say that, but that's what she meant. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides his curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Davette, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. Thank you, I have. Man, she's like a fucking parent. Ask your dad, but Dad said no. Ask your fucking dad! I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm just trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? No. I mean, you can, but in this current mindset, no. I'm going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish all this was... I keep seeing those dark blue sprites and keep wanting to giggle. I wish this was all simpler and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Mother, I went to town today. Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me that it would be fun. And was it? No, everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townsfolk are jealous of you. Yeah, that is the normal way it works. When push comes to shove and you don't really have a leg to stand on, just blame jealousy. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Davette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Davette. You need only to trust me because I will never hurt you. Thanks, I think. How many chapters are there? Are there 10 chapters? Because normally there are 5 chapters. We'll soon find out, won't we? I've been at the March-In for a couple of months now, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Hang on, a couple of months, as in 2 months. Because, you know, a couple is 2. She did say that, right? Because that was how much we were at the March-In beforehand. Or is this just a little recap because it's a new chapter? Yeah, a couple of months. Whatever. Today I went to the town with Waltz to buy ingredients for Parfait. The two of us have both been very quiet, which is uncharacteristic for Waltz. Princess? What? Did Karma explain why he wasn't coming with you today? No, probably ran out of potion. Princess? Does Waltz not like my company? Is that why he's asking why he had to fill in for Karma? No, I think he's worrying about Karma, considering Karma always does this. I can't tell whether Davette is just, like, paranoically jealous, or has to make everything about herself. Technically the same thing, but whatever. He said he was tired. Not quite, though. Oh. Waltz turns his head, his eyebrows furrowing in confusion. The town feels different today. It does? I feel as if there are people watching us. How can you tell? With practice, I have a lot of eyes on me when I'm doing my puppet shows after all. Even before then, I was used to being watched, I guess. Before you were cursed? Why? Well, I was more conspicuous as an adult, I guess. What fucking fairy tale is that? You were turned into a kid? An adult, alright. You have the Neverland curse. What the fuck is Neverland? Oh, it's Peter Pan, right? I got it! Nailed it! It's the getting there that counts, guys. It's the getting there that counts. You remembered? Yes, I have I did not remember. I have the Neverland curse. I told you what that was in the tavern once. You are stuck as a child when you should be a man. Right, it's a little inconvenient, but I've got used to it. I mean, you're hardly a child, are you? You're like 16. Waltz is so much more straightforward about his curse than Karma. The two of us go into a store where we find the little cups that Parfait asks us to buy. After I pay, Waltz automatically picks up the bags. His help is nice for a change. I've become so accustomed to carrying the bags on my own. So, have you made any progress on your good deeds? Have you thought about, like, helping Waltz? Not let him carry everything. You can see from my necklace that I have not. But you have changed. I still don't see how I've changed at all. Karma hasn't taught me anything about doing good. Sometimes in order to do good, you need to realise some things about yourself first. What a fucking useless wishy-washy statement. Maybe Karma's not so bad at helping you with that. He is selfish, flamboyant, and acts as if the world revolves around him. It probably does in his world. But you're still partnered with him. I am. I am okay with Karma's company. Most of the people judge and shun me. But Karma hasn't done that, and he's even mentioned enjoying my company. I have become more tolerant of him too. Oh, Princess. Waltz's eyes light up, and I see him pointing ahead to the crowd of people gathered around the centre of the town. A woman stands in the middle of the crowd telling people's fortunes. We should go see if we can get our fortunes told. Come on. The crowd around the woman only grows larger until nearly half of the plaza has been taken up. I find myself pushed around in the crowd as I try to follow Waltz. The crowd was dense though, and in no time at all I have lost him. Waltz! I call for him, but I do not see him over the dozens of people in front of me. We're gonna get robbed. I will wait for him at the outskirts of the crowd. He should be able to find me. I make my way out of the crowd to the edges of an alleyway. But Waltz still does not appear. 10 minutes go by, and I still consider walking back into the crowd when I hear a voice behind me. Are you looking for someone, madam? I feel someone grab my hand. I slap them away and take a step back. When I turn, I find a man standing behind me in the hall and in the alleyway. You know what? You've looked exactly the same as the last fucking dude who tried to do weird shit. And the dude in the marching, for that matter. I don't know whether that's a deliberate or whether it's because they only drew one sprite for it. Didn't mean to startle you. What do you want? I want to help you return to the palace, Princess Davette. You know who I am? I do, Princess, and I can lead you back to the palace. Who are you? Someone who's working for the king. The king does not remember me. The only person that would remember me are witches, fairies, and those with a curse. So who exactly is this man? You're lying. Princess, why would I ever lie to you? Now come, I'm sure everyone at the palace will be very happy to see you. The man grabs my hand roughly and begins to pull me through the alleyway. The first thing I try to do is scream, but the man clamps his free hand over my mouth. Uh-oh. The crowd is getting farther from us and no one can see us in the shadows. Princess, I swear on my word I'm bringing you back to the palace. Right, When you wait for an opening, you take the first opening available, because that might be your last chance. However, waiting for an opening in this scenario might also just pointlessly wait. Who will be expecting me to fight back? I have to hold my ground until there's an opening. What would Jurian and Garland do in this situation? Nice and obedient, yeah, better that way. After all, I'm not a bad guy. The man walks me down the alleyway, his hold on me tight. I'm forced to walk with him until we get to a dead end. Now where was that passageway he was talking about? Now's my chance! What is this I see before me? I look up to see Karma standing on the rooftop right above us in his disguise, holding a sword, a broad grin on his face. Really? How the hell is... Why is Karma on a rooftop? Did it have to be so flashy? Madam, you might hurt yourself playing with that sword. You might want to put it down. What's this, sir? Do you feel threatened by me? You should. Karma jumps down from the building and raises the sword in front of him. His eyes angry, his earlier jovial personality's fallen away. Yeah, I think he is somehow a bad guy. Anyone that attacks a lady has to pay for the crime. Karma rushes forward, moving faster than I can see, even in his long dress. The glint of the sword causes the man to fall backwards, loosening his grip on me. I step back from the man's hold and watch as Karma points his sword at the man's neck. Now I have a sword and you do not. Do you really want to test your luck, sir? This isn't worth it. The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway, so we're not going to, interrogate him and ask who he is. There was a passageway around here somewhere, he said, and we're just going to let that go. That's... Sure. The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway. What's this? You were a lot cockier just a few minutes ago. I breathe out slowly as relief washes over me. Princess! Waltz approaches me from where the man had run. So, did you meet the coward fellow on your way here? I bumped into a man who looked as if he was running from death. Oh my, I feel oddly accomplished. I guess once a coward, always a coward, eh? Karma and Waltz's voice become faded and indistinct as my vision blurs. I am suddenly light on my feet. All the adrenaline from earlier has dissipated into thin air. I feel tired. Princess! Before I can collapse, I feel arms pulling me back up. Rest easy, Princess Davet. Just like that, we pass out. I don't know, I guess we've probably never been mugged like that before. Oh, wait a second! I close my eyes and fall into blackness. That time we even had a good grasp of what was going on. The last time we were mugged, we were just running aimlessly. When I wake up, Anise is setting a tray of food down on my bedside table. She does not notice as I rise slowly from bed. Anise? Oh, Princess, you're up. We were worried about you. Lady Delora and Lady Parfait said you were just out because of shock, but still. How long have I been asleep? Just a few hours, Princess. Oh, okay. Well, at least we haven't been out for days. Don't worry about chores for now. Lady Delora says that if you're feeling better later, you can use Mr. Broom. Just thinking about using Mr. Broom gives me a headache. Where are Karma and Waltz? Waltz is scouting the town looking for the man that captured you. And Karma? I think he might be in his room, Princess. He's got patrol tonight, so he's resting a little bit. If he has patrol tonight, that must mean he was resting this morning too. How did he know I needed help? Nope, still no idea what the fairy tale is. Do you need anything, Princess? No, I'm going to visit Karma. What? To thank him? However, he knew if Karma hadn't been there, things would not have ended so well. Yes. That's sweet, Princess. Oh, Lady Delora wants to talk to you about what happened when you're feeling up to it. Okay. I wait until Anissa leaves the room before I follow after her. It is only after I exit the room that I realise I do not know where Karma's room is. Anise must have assumed that I already knew, with us being partners and all. It is a bit weird that you don't know. Have you never accompanied Karma back to the Martian? Or is your room just closer? It's fine, I do not need Anise's assistance for this. I can find Karma's room on my own. It took me some time, but eventually I found a room with his name on the door in careful, flowery letters. At least he didn't go knocking everywhere, I guess. It suits him. I simply opened the door without thinking to knock. This, Princess, is why you always knock.